All right, this is the Valkyrie Engineering battery kit for the NA Miata. We've got a 97 NA Miata right here that's got its traditional heavy battery in there. It's becoming a K Miata race car project, so we're trying to shed some pounds. This is how we're going to do it. Let's take a look at this kit. Right here, we've got wrapped up some hardware, all clearly labeled. We've got some M5x12s, M6x25, M6x12. If I continue to unwrap, we also see these, I think they're brass battery posts, or yeah, so that's the hardware with the kit. Got a couple of uprights right here, really light stuff. This is all aluminum, CNC machined. This looks like the cap that'll go on top. You can see their branding right there, which is really slick. And then this is going to be the base for the battery. This battery tray, man, isn't that nice? You can see all the the machining marks there, and I'm serious. This is so light. Like,
let me see.
Yeah, try it out.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you can tell that they've cut out all the excess material. You know, it's flat on the bottom here.
Man, that's a nice piece.
It's really nice. Look at the they've recessed all of the spots for the hardware for the uprights, and similarly for the mount to the car.
Cool. So when they offered to do your machining work, they were like, that's the quality that we would get out of it.
Man, I hope so.
That is pretty awesome.
Right? No, I'm very impressed. All right, what do we have here next? Okay. Oh, wow. You can reverse engineer the cheat code from all the pathware work here. Man, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that. Nice and subtle.
I bet they milled these little bits out here too, just to make it lighter.
For sure. For sure.
Nice work, guys.
It's incredible. So this is going to go over top. See, just like that. Oh, yeah. Nice. All of this should just go in our oddly satisfying. This is awesome stuff. All right, and now we've got our pair of uprights. That's so nice. So that's our complete kit as far as machined milled pieces here. We've got our two uprights, our base, and our cap. And then we have all our very nicely labeled hardware to go along with that. It does come with a printed out instruction manual. These days, everything forces you online. And then if you're in a shop without internet connection, you're tough luck. So kind of nice to have that. Very clear imagery here. Pass along some real slick stickers there. So we'll have to find a place for those in the car. In addition to that, the kit also comes with a battery. It is a LiFePO4, which, I still haven't done my homework and figured out what that is. It's a lithium iron, I think P might be phosphate. Phosphide or phosphate might be PO4 once you mix the oxygen. I have no idea. Anyhow, here's the battery, and I mean, this is so light. It's crazy. You can notice here the rubber caps show two different sides for the posts. So you can configure it in the car, and whichever side's easier, you could go that way. But I think the intention here is that you connect it to the car on one side and use the other side to have a harness come off of there, and now you've got a battery tender option. Anyways, that's our kit. Pretty simple, all very lightweight stuff. Now let's see about getting it in the car. All right, let's look at removing the factory battery. If you're lucky enough to have a Miata that still has this original cover on it, you'll want to unsnap this first. I have to admit, I've seen quite a few Miatas, and this is the first one I've ever seen with this battery cover still. I'm sure these things get thrown away quite frequently. Now, when you look in here, you can see the battery has posts on the rear side. It's got your vent tubes here, and it's actually, if it's connected properly, there's an escape in the back of the car. One 10 mil, I believe, bolt on top will unlatch this bracket here, and I believe we'll be able to remove the tray and this mount and the battery itself in order to make room for our new kit. We've got two mounting points, and let's look into the car to see where those might go. What you see with the battery removed is this L bracket that kind of contains the plastic tray that the original battery is in, and this additional bracket that holds the tie down right here to hold the battery in place. These two holes seem to align with this bracket here. And what's nice about that is it pulls the whole battery inboard in the trunk, which makes it way easier to get to the negative lead on the battery. It makes it way easier just to get to the battery in general. So this should be a really good fit and a really easy install. I just test fitted to make sure the bracket goes where we expect. Use these M6x12 bolts. That's real simple. Everything's aligned right here in the instructions. They tell you to first put in the uprights and then slide the battery in, put the cover on, bolt all that together, go ahead and put your posts on there, and then when it's all assembled as a single unit, you can go ahead and bolt it in the car.
Yes.
Go into that.
Oh, super zoom. That is so nice.
The hardware used to mount this in the car uses a H5 hex, and we use an H4 for the rest of the hardware here. The factory battery has negative and positive kind of switched with what I'm going to go with here. So negative is all the way under the car over here, which makes it hard to get to, and positive is easy to get to. Typically what you're going to do is remove the negative side of the battery, right? You don't want the positive lead touching a grounded part of the car. So in this case, we're going to swap it because that's what's in the instructions, and I think it's going to be better. If we can get the cables to reach, that means when I need to get to that negative post, it's going to be right there, very accessible. The fitment's fantastic, and just like we mentioned before, you're going to get that just under flush finish, which is such a nice final fit and finish of this product. And there's that completed unit. Still assembled is an easy 2-finger pickup. Very much unlike the original hardware. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and swap my tool over, and we're going to go ahead and install this whole assembly. Placing this in the car is very easy. You can see here we're going to have to choose where we're going to cross over the wires. I'm just going to position it in the final place here. It looks like that's going to fit fine if we put those posts on the rear. So just to keep things easy, I'm going to install the post out of the car. All right, the M6x25 bolts included with the kit are designed to hold down the battery posts. You can see you've got 2 posts here. They look pretty similar, but one of them is a little bit narrower. The instructions claim that the narrower one is the negative post. So you'll see over here, line that guy up there. This guy will go over here. Just drop that in. So as you can see, it would be real easy to remove these, but it is nice that the rubberized coating is covering the other exposed portion of these terminals, and it will be a very nice finish. What a great engineered fit. This is fantastic. And there you have it. The tapered design of those posts really fit nicely. I feel like we've got really good contact. The battery is so much more accessible than the factory option. Our positive cable is covered, and but still accessible. This is a really slick fit, and we've shed a few pounds from the back of the car, to say the least.
You want to give them the cheat code about the additional holes from the tie-down bracket?
So you'll notice right here, I don't know if you can see this, but you actually see through in these holes with the tie-down bracket. So up to you how you want to handle it, but I would recommend taping that over or putting the bolts back in, just so that you don't splash any water into the trunk or have unexpected holes. But that's a really easy fix. The final step is test drive. Let's see if she'll fire up. good to me.